Hi guys, this is Katja with Creators Image Studio. Today I am sharing a very special project because it was my birthday the 11th of January and now I was out of town, but now I'm back and I decided to celebrate my birthday sort of together with you all by offering you a special tutorial, well, not a video tutorial, but a written tutorial. 3 written tutorials for the price of only 1 to celebrate my birthday, and this is the project. It is what I am calling a mini book stack. So it looks like a stack of books that you would put on your table or on your mantelpiece or in your cupboard or between your books even, and you can take them apart and they are filled. They have some content, some booklets here and a mini folio there. So these are the projects. So there are actually 3 projects here. So the boxes, and I did a new technique, and the content of the small one and the content of the large one. So 3 projects, guys, for the price of only 1, and that will be a continuous offer in my shop to celebrate my birthday. And yeah, so it was the 11th of January. And I'm very happy to celebrate with you all. Now let me show you the project in detail. So yeah, there we go. So it is a mini book stack and it is removable. There you go. Now what I did was make it magnetic, so it will stick to approximately the same place every time you put it on top of the base one. So there you go. And I also added some chipboard pieces here and here, also to help keep it from turning all over. You could of course use 2 magnets, 4 actually, so on 2 places, but I chose one in the middle so it would be able to turn, and the chipboard stops it from doing that. And then I decorated with some flowers and a little butterfly here, and some decorative brads here. And yeah, so the papers are by Prima Marketing, Bella Rouge. And yeah, so let's take it off and let's start with the larger one. Now the trick here, the trick for me that is, the challenge that I put to myself, I bought the 4x6 inch ATC stack or journaling card stack of this collection, and I also used about 10 6x6 inch sheets, but mostly the 6x4 inch journaling card stack. So I wanted to design a project specifically for that size, for those measurements, because it will help you keep it affordable. The 6x6 inch pads usually are a bit more expensive than the 4x6 inch cards. So that is what I wanted to do here. And I only used the 6x6 inch papers to use them all up, I guess, because I had them lying around. I do have some leftovers, so I could have done it with just the 4x6 inch pad, but I wanted to use my 6x6 inch sheets. I wanted to use them all up, so that is the only reason that I used those. So inside there is a mini folio. And let's look at the inside of the box here. So I matted that as well, excepting the smaller pieces here, the narrower pieces, because I thought, who is going to see those? And it is a lot of meticulous work to get that in. Now the technique that I used to create this box is a different technique than the one I used for all of my other boxes that I showed you up until now, past couple of years. Now for that previous technique, there already is a tutorial in my Etsy shop, and the tutorial that I'm offering for this entire set here, so including the mini folio and including the mini albums that are here, and specifically also the 2 boxes, so that was the larger box. Now one more thing, it is sort of a sleeve, so I didn't close this part or this part with only 1 entrance. I kept it all open. So that means that it is a bit more vulnerable than your usual box, so don't put anything heavy or don't push, because it is not supported here. But it is sturdy enough to keep this folio well inside. So let's look at the folio, guys. And it has a magnetized closure. Now, I didn't decorate here. You could add some flat flowers, but nothing bulky because it has to fit into the box. So I kept it flat. Now let's fold it open. As I said, it's a mini folio, so it's not a mini album. No chipboard used. So opening it up on all sides. So there you go. And another one there. So let's lift the camera a bit. So there's a little bit of a bird's eye view. Now all of these papers that you see here are the 4x6 inch cards. So that is perfect, and of course it is matted on all sides. Now it also has 4 pockets, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see the half circle openings there, and I tucked some photo mats there. Now all of these papers are double-sided. This seems white, but it is actually a sort of an ivory. So these are still the 4x6 inch cards, so you hardly have to do anything to them. Just cut them to size a little bit to fit into the pockets here. And you could of course decorate with pictures or do some journaling. So all of these pockets have these cards. So, well, I won't pull all of the cards out. There are 4. And as you can see, room for journaling, room for pictures, and you can decorate any way you like as long as you keep it flat. You can of course use any theme that has your fancy. This is sort of a generic theme, sort of a romantic vintage theme. You could use it for a wedding or a birthday. You could of course do a Christmas version, an Easter version. Well, you can come up with your own brilliant ideas, I'm sure. Maybe a travel version. If you just want to show some highlights and not your entire thousands of pictures from your holidays or your vacation, you can use this kind of folio to add just the highlights, the 28 or 30 plus highlights that you have from that specific vacation. Now, the gussets here also indicate the order in which to fold them close. So you work from narrow to wide. So the narrowest is here. So you start with this one, then this one, then this one, and then the widest is this one. So there you go, and then you close it like that. So that was the mini folio, which you will put into its neat little book box here. Now, as for the smaller one, you could, of course, if you are able to, just resize this one on your own and make it fit this. That is one option. The other option is, and that is what I wanted to offer you, is to offer you an alternative instead of making 2 of the same things. There's a belly band here, and that keeps together 3 booklets. Now I still have to bind those together. I see that I forgot to do that. I have a free video tutorial on how to sew these kinds of booklets together, so I'll put a link in the description below. It is a free video tutorial if you don't know how to sew these together. And if you have a very, very large stapler, you can also staple them together. So put a little staple here and here and just staple it in. My staple machine is not large enough, so I will have to sew them. And as I said, I will refer you to my free video tutorial on how to do that if you don't know how. So these are just simple 3 booklets with double-sided paper. So here is the first one. And it's very nice that these papers are double-sided. So there's lots of opportunities to put some more pictures. And if you just glue maybe a solid color here, you can also write your journal or your poetry or whatever you would like to add. Now this one is with double-sided papers as well. So this is the same idea, but with different order of papers. And this one I added just the cover here and then added some solid cardstock here just to offer some variety. So that is an idea for you as well. So let's put them together again. And these are all kept together with a little belly band. And this is not strictly necessary, but because of the tension in the paper, which is pushing out, I wanted to protect this little box because it also has 2 openings here. So if the pressure is too great here, I am not sure if that will hold in the very long run. So I'm talking years and years. So that is why I created a little belly band to limit that pressure. So there you go. And of course it is decorated on all sides as well. Now before I put this back, I wanted to show you another option. If you leave off this chipboard piece here, so keep it entirely flat, you can skip this, so don't do the filling, and use this as the closure because it will fit onto this box. Now of course I glued this down before I could show you, but just trust me that this is a tiny bit wider than this one, so you could just keep that on top of it and then you will have your closure. So it's a closure piece. So that is an alternative use for this piece, and I don't want to, well, maybe if I pull out this one, I hope I won't destroy it. Ah, there you go. Let's put the flower in like that. So there you go. It works. So this would be your closure. So that is an alternative too. But as I mentioned, don't do anything bulky, not even a chipboard, if you want to do that. So very versatile design, guys. And let's put it back in place. So there is your little book stack, your mini book stack, filled to the brim with booklets and even an entire mini folio here. And this would be a very nice showpiece on your table. So very, very easy to use and very nice to look at. And of course you could go all out on the decorations here. I am not a very bulky decorator usually, but I know many of you are. So, and you could even give it some legs here. If you buy the metal legs, you can give it legs to stand on. So yeah, that was my Bella Rouge mini book stack. So I hope you like these, guys. I hope you like this project, my Bella Rouge mini book stack to celebrate my birthday. So if you are interested in creating this yourself, check out the link below to my Etsy shop and you will get 3 tutorials for the price of 1 to celebrate my birthday. So I will see you next week with another project, and press the like if you like this video, and I will see you next week. Bye bye.